Hello, everyone. I hope everyone's doing well today. Where I am here, we're having an absolutely beautiful day if you're inside looking out, or if you're outside with a nice warm coat and mittens and a hat on, because it's pretty chilly out today, but it's beautiful. So I hope all of you are doing well. Life is good here. I have just life is good, so I'm happy. This is the last Friday of the month, and so we are going to do the predictions for December. We will also get a message from one of my books. It's the Master's Book of Answers by Phillip, and as many of you know, it is just a oracle book. And so each page has a different message on it. So we will get a message. Hello, my friend. How are you today? It is always good to see you, so many of you coming live. I always appreciate that. Excuse me here. But I always appreciate that when you're able to make it live. I know many of you cannot, and we do have people coming to us from around the world, just like our friend here, Akila, who's coming in. I'm sorry, I've got my notebook is falling over here, and I'm trying to prop it up. But anyway, we want to say hello to Akila. Thank you for being here with us. We're always glad to see you. And Judy from London says, hi, Diana. Lovely to be here live. Well, we're so happy to have you live too, Judy. Welcome. And Sheila says, hi, Diana. And Sheila's from across the pond as well. And I think it's okay. Sheila's pretty much before giving me permission. She tells us she's from Amsterdam. So I'm going to go. And greetings from Amsterdam. Thank you, Sheila. Juliet says, hello, everyone. Glad to see you live as well, Diana. Thank you. Glad to be here. And I know Juliet's from here in Ohio. So I happen to know where many of you are from, and that's kind of exciting. So we have friends from and Sheila says, oh my gosh, I almost forgot the live. There is a way, I'm sorry, I don't know how, I'm not that schooled in it, but there is a way you can sign up and get the alerts. I don't know if you get those or not, but there's a way, because I try to put it up about that I'm going live at least 20 minutes ahead of time. And if I can, I can do it 30 minutes ahead of time. So it gives you some idea, but yeah, sometimes I have to set an alarm myself, Sheila, to remind myself of the time. Well, these are the predictions for December. And what I want to say to each of you who are live and those of you who will listen to us later, and yes, our little Miss Piper's there in the background. She's sleeping, isn't she? That I got I got off task, didn't I, with there looking at Piper. She just warms my heart so much. And I hope all of you are able to read her stories. Yes, I'm not sure when the book will be out, but there will be. It is going into a book, her stories. Those of you who are in Facebook, I hope you catch them. If not, they are printed on my blog, not log. They're logged into my blog. How's that? Judy says, I hope it's smoother than November for December. Well, what I was going to say and distracted myself is those of you who can hear my voice, those of you who come live, those of you who are at work or asleep and hear this later. We are making a difference. We really are. And so I want to say it's going to be easier, but what I will say is transformations, whether they're personal or they're worldwide, they do take time. And we have flipped over. I think love really is very strong in our world. And I do think we've made a major difference. It's up to us to keep that going, however. And Philip's going to go into that with a little more depth as he gives us our predictions for December. And I'll let you interpret whether it's smoother than November. Won't promise that at all. But here's what he says. Let me put the glasses on so I can see what I'm reading here. This month of December will feel the rumble of eruption beneath the surface, with at times reaching out. So what he's basically saying there is we got earthquakes going on under the surface, and they're going to sometimes do this. But much anger, fear, even hate is in the energy now. This is being combated with love, which is keeping the explosions from worldwide destruction. You, my friends, are keeping the world, helping to keep the world from worldwide destruction. You really are. Thank you, Sheila. Sheila says, you look good, Diana. Thank you. Not bad for 78, right? Just turned 78 a few weeks ago. And I say the camera doesn't show all the wrinkles, but I see them. Okay, here we go. We ask you for the sake of all life and the planet to be aware of your angers and fears. Do not stuff them beneath a smile, for they will erupt. Instead, feel the emotion, accept it, then heal the emotion and allow love and compassion, empathy, kindness, laughter, joy to come through you. This is a highly emotional month for humans, and those emotions will be played out in the world this month. It is a time of multiple religions and spiritual celebrations. Unfortunately, religion, which claims to be love, will claim more lives this month, both figuratively and literally. Sorry, that hurts. But I also want to think this morning, 13 hostages were released by Hamas, and hopefully more are coming. And I know our current President Biden, our current U.S. president, has had a big hand in this, has have other presidents and world leaders to really help stop this war in the Middle East. Right now, they're working to get the hostages released, and more hostages will be released by Hamas, but it is still, we can't promise the end of the war yet. And Phillip goes on to say, the wars in the Middle East between Israel and Hamas will continue, as will the Russian war against Ukraine. A civil war has the potential to erupt in areas of both Central and South American countries. This is a war of drugs and governments. At this time, much is in darkness and uncertain. Most likely, eruption will stay mainly underground until January. This affects multiple governments that are working together to heal the issue before any major eruptions. There is unrest in South Africa that the world shall hear of. Irish tempers are also exploding in Ireland. In the U.S., the divide will grow. This will be most explosive on the days of specific religious holidays. Those who practice religion try to believe their religion brings peace to the world when the opposite is brought forth. Religions have brought forth division and caused wars. There are too many gods. In truth, there is only one God, which is the tenet of religion, but found too hard to practice by the people. In truth, God is love, the energy of pure love, love that is shown to humankind as the light. This light of love must show through the hearts of each human. Then, whether practicing a religion or not, the truth of God will shine this month. Let the eruption. So what Phillip is saying here is what we call God, what people say is God. It's love. That's what God is. It's love. It's not a man sitting on a Santa Claus hilltop. It's love. It's the energy, the light of love. And we need to bring it through our hearts to heal our world. Phillip goes on to say, let the eruption of energy be one of love, not fear. Let there be an eruption of kindness, not an earthquake of anger. Let this not be a time of hustle and bustle. It is a time of reflection for those who seek, a time of reflection, a time of spiritual growth for those who seek to bring peace into their lives, into the world. The energy is extremely high this month. Grab hold and use this time for the good of your life and the good of all life. I'm going to reread those last few paragraphs. This light of love, the truth of God, the truth of God is the true God is love, the energy of pure love, love that is shown to humankind as the light. This light of love must show through the hearts of each human. Then, whether practicing a religion or not, the truth of God will shine this month. Let the eruption of energy be one of love, not fear. Let there be an eruption of kindness, not an earthquake of anger. Let this not be a time of hustle and bustle. It is a time of reflection, a time of spiritual growth for those who seek to bring peace into their lives and to the world. The energy is extremely high this month. Grab hold and use this time for the good of your life and the good of all life. I hope, Judy, that tells you it can be smoother than November. That's not to say we're not going to see eruption, because as Phillip is telling us, not everybody is feeling the love. So we have to feel it. Not deny our anger. Just recognize when the anger comes, when the fear comes, when the jealousy comes, or the feeling of lack of anything comes. All we have to do is recognize we're feeling that, not beat up on ourselves for feeling it, certainly not, but say, okay, I'm angry right now. Let's look at it. Let's work through it, and work through it to a place of love. It's up to us, because we can do it. We are doing it. And Judy says, I always feel that love here. Thank you for the message, Diana and Phillip. Thank you, Judy. Thank you. So it's like we're living atop an earthquake, and this is erupt, this will erupt, this will erupt, this will erupt. But let's let it erupt with love rather than fear. Even if there's a war over here, let's us still hold that and the people in the light. Let's us still spread the light. Don't stuff feelings. Feel it. It's normal to feel. You know, my beautiful little Piper, sometimes her barking, because it's shrill, and I'm not used to, most of my dogs, or all my dogs, have been rescue dogs, and so they didn't bark. I had one as a girl that barked, and she was the only one. All the others have rescue dogs. A lot of times they're still in that trauma, and so they don't bark. But she has had a good home life before she came to live with me. So she loves to bark. And sometimes it gets to me, and sometimes I go, stop, stop. And I've learned to say, when I feel that anger coming up, when I feel that it hurts, it hurts, it hurts, I started to say, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. And I end up laughing, because I may start out with a stop, stop. I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. You see what happens? The same way when someone, we kind of in traffic right now, be careful. It's people are hustle and bustling. When someone cuts you off or puts you in danger, it's easy to say, call them a name, or use a little finger language. I'm not saying don't. I'm just saying catch yourself and see how you want to change it to add peace and love to the world, because we can do this. We can. Thank you, Judy. She says, good advice. I love you. Another real easy one is when I come across something or someone that just, I just want to go like that. I start saying, bless you and bless me. And I may start through gritted teeth. Bless you, bless me, bless you, bless me, bless you, bless me. Changes the energy. And that's what we're doing, is changing the energy. And as Phillip says, the energy is extremely high this month. Grab hold and use this time for the good of your life and the good of all life. Let's get our message, shall we? Oh, I'm already open to a page and didn't even realize it. I'm hearing left, but I'm also getting right pretty strongly. So I think they're both a message to us. If you heard left, though, we're in sync. If you heard like I heard left, maybe right. But if you heard just right, that's a message. Pay attention. It's for you. So left says, that what you teach teaches you. That what you teach teaches you. Oh, my friends, believe me, I am constantly learning to transfer my emotions into love. I'm constantly learning. Am I successful? Not always, of course not. But remember, that which you teach teaches you. And if you heard right, if you project today's events on tomorrow, you leave no room for your growth between now and then. If you project today's events on tomorrow, you leave no room for your growth between now and then. Okay, if you heard right, you got it. If you heard left, that's for all of us. That which you teach teaches you. Teach love, my friends, and let love teach you. Thank you for the love that you send to us. We accept. And thank you for the love that you receive from us, that we send out to you. You know, if every day when we wake up, we simply say, bless me and bless the world. And before we go to sleep at night, we simply say, bless me and bless the world. Or whatever words you want to say. Thank you for self, for loving you, self. Thank you for sending love out into the world. Whatever words we use, whenever we stop and think about sending love out into the world, we are healing these wars that are taking place. We are healing the world. I promise. It may not always seem like it. And I recently wrote on my Facebook page, the universe is teaching me patience, and I don't have time for this. I have to find time to find the patience, don't I? All right, let's see. Judy says, good advice. Thank you. And Akila says, thank you so much, Diana. And Sheila says, thank you. See you tonight. Oh, good. Sheila, thank you for reminding me. And Akila says, sending love and light to everyone. Sheila, I'm so grateful you reminded me. We have Sacred Circle by Zoom, and we meet once a month. I do charge $20. Just go to my website, which is my name, www.dianarankin.com. Sign up for Sacred Circle. You can click on the things that go across. And in Sacred Circle, there's always a story. Then we have a meditation for personal and planetary healing. And then those of you who want a private psychic message can get the psychic message that night. And we're a small group. This is not, hundreds of people. So we'll see some of you tonight. You still have a couple of hours. Let's see, it's a little after 1 o'clock Eastern time. I usually don't change it till 4 o'clock Eastern time. And we do meet by Zoom. I send you the link, and we meet 7 to 9 Eastern time. And, I want to say Sheila is in Amsterdam, and she joins us. So those of you who would prefer sleeping at night, I understand. All right, we'll see Sheila tonight. And Wendy says, one day, can you elaborate on the writing checks manifestations you talked about in your newsletter? I'll have to go back and read that. I sure will. I will take a look at that in the meantime. My newsletter is free. Thank you, Wendy. I appreciate that. My newsletter is free. So those of you who want to get the newsletter, again, just go to my website and sign up. It comes out every Friday morning. And we will talk about writing check manifestations. I know what you're talking about, but I'm not sure how to elaborate on it without looking more at it. So let me look at that, and we'll talk about that more next week, and we'll go from there. All right. Thank you, my friends. And we'll talk about perhaps more manifestations. I love you. Thank you. And Akila says, can't wait. Well, I think that means for tonight. I hope, Akila, we'll see you tonight. Sheila will see you, and we'll see the rest of some others tonight. I love you. Thank you. Remember, it's okay to get angry. Just recognize it. Don't stuff it. Recognize it. It's okay to be wounded. We all brought wounds into this life to heal. Just take a look at them and ask yourself, how do I heal this? This is not easy work we're doing, my friends, but we have made a change. We have made the shift. We're going to see more love in the world, but also we're going to see more division. I love you. See you next week. Some of you I'll see tonight. Bye.